Hello everyone, thank you for turning on the Blue Lights. Now the news of the hour is about Thabo Bester. Police failed to collect evidence of Makotimana's trips to Bloemfontein. Now, Nandi who is facing charges of murder and aiding Thabo Bester's escape, used Thabo Bester's fake name to book accommodation in Bloemfontein in the weeks leading up to the escape. More than 120,000 rands was spent on these bookings, Ground Up reported. Now, the police were informed of an invoice for a luxury hotel in Bloemfontein over a week ago. The invoice was left behind in the Hyde Park property where Makotimana and Bester were staying. Now, as we can all remember that last week the house of Makotimana and Thabo Bester was raided by the police, but they did not enter the section of the property where the invoice and Makotimana's diaries were. As of Friday, the police had not sent anyone to pick up the invoice and diary, nor had they contacted the hotel in question. Now, Bester escaped from Mangaung Correctional Center in Bloemfontein on 3rd of May 2022 after faking his death in a fire in his prison cell. He sometimes used his fake name TK Nkwana and used a fake ID in that name to sign lease agreement while in prison. In the 2 months before the escape, an Airbnb profile in the name of TK Nkwana was used to make at least 10 bookings at luxury properties in Gauteng and KwaZulu-Natal. Now, one of the bookings was for a mansion in an estate in Balinto in KwaZulu-Natal from 12 to 14 March 2022. The Airbnb host told Ground Up that he spoke to a man called TK Nkwana on the phone before the booking. The booking was costing 18,000 rands. Now, ladies and gentlemen, according to the Airbnb host, TK provided the names and ID numbers of 4 people to stay in the house. Makotimana's ID number was provided, but she used the name Dr. Enjoy Makotimana Nkwana. 3 others were also registered, 2 of whom were co-directors of Makotimana's company, Vibes Africa International. Now, it is understood that Makotimana's children also stayed at the house, but did not have to provide their ID numbers because they were underage. Now, a week and a half later, on the 24th of March 2022, Makotimana checked in at a luxurious hotel in Bloemfontein, which is just a 30 minutes drive from Mangaung Correctional Center. She provided a copy of her ID upon check-in, but the booking, which had been made online, was under TK Nkwana. Now, the manager of the hotel told Ground Up that Makotimana made a second visit to the hotel on 13 to 14 April. The second booking was also made by TK Nkwana himself. Now, the police confirmed in Parliament on Thursday that Makotimana claimed 3 bodies from the state morgue in Bloemfontein, one of which was the body that was found in Bester's prison cell. Now, the Sunday Times previously reported that this took place in early April. G4S, the multinational company that operates and partly owns the prison, told Parliament on Wednesday that Bester received regular visits from Makotimana starting on 2017. The last recorded visit was in December 2021, but the Judicial Inspectorate for Correctional Service said that Makotimana had made an appointment to see Bester on Valentine's Day, 14 February 2022. This appointment was, however, cancelled later on. On the 15th of April 2022, the day after Makotimana checked out of the hotel in Bloemfontein. Now, Bester applied to be held in a single cell due to safety concerns, but he later withdrew his application. GICS told Parliament that during their investigation, they were informed by an inmate that Bester had received a secret unrecorded visit on 16 April. Now, Makotumana again checked in at the Belinto accommodation on 19 April and stayed for 11 nights, this time accompanied by 3 others, one of whom was a co-director of Vibe Africa International, which is one of the companies that are owned by Dr. Nandi Makotumana. Now, the booking was made by TK Nkwana, one of the fake names that Bester was using, who had reached out to the host director on WhatsApp. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the 11-night stay cost a total of 90,800 rand. It was booked well in advance and paid for on 23 March 2022. Now, on the 28th of April 2022, Bester successfully applied to be held in a single cell and was moved. On 3 May, a fire broke out of his prison cell, a body was burnt, and he escaped from the prison. 2 days later, on 5 May, Makotumana claimed the body from the state morgue, saying she was Bester's customary law wife. Now, Makotumana left the country via the Beitbridge border post on 9 May. This was revealed by Home Affairs Minister Aaron Motsoaledi himself on Friday. She returned to South Africa on 12 May. In the month after Bester's escape, the Airbnb account was used at least another 10 times, with at least one booking on February 2023. Now, Ground Up understand that the estate in Belinto, where Makotumana stayed, was inspected by the Hawks in early April. Now, News 24 asked 2 prisoners officials at Mangaung Correctional Center whether it would have been possible for Bester to leave the prison for brief stints. One official said that Bester often required mental health treatment and that prisoners would occasionally have to go to external hospital. In December 2022, another inmate at MCC escaped while in the hospital, but another official who has worked in the admission department since 2013, which records all hospital visits by prisoners, said he had no idea or does not recall of Bester ever leaving the prison. Now, he continues to say that the system was watertight and it would have been almost impossible for Bester to leave the prison. But G4S told Parliament on Wednesday that according to the prison's record, Bester visited an outside specialist 5 times in 2015 and once in 2016. Now, G4S, the company that operates the prison, and the Department of Correctional Services did not respond to Ground Up's questions. Now, SAPS spokesperson Colonel Mate said, "We cannot provide a blow-by-blow feedback of evidence gathered and collected thus far. We request space for the detectives to do their work without undue pressure and expectations," he said. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for now. Do leave your comment on the comment section below. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and thank you for listening.